For the first time in 19 days, the UNF Ospreys take their home court to host the #1 team in the ASUN, the Austin Peay Governors. It's the Ospreys, it's the Governors, live on Action Sports Jax 24/7. We should have a good one today, folks. Let's hear what Bobby Kennan had to say about it before this afternoon's matchup.
I'm joined by Coach Bobby Kennan ahead of Austin Peay traveling into UNF, and this was the first team you saw in conference play. What's the biggest difference you feel like in your team now compared to this first meeting?
I think we're playing with a lot more confidence. I think we've grown. We've had some success. We've been through the fire, so I just think this team is maturing as the season goes along.
We just talked about turnovers before we started this, and you mentioned causing more turnovers is an emphasis for you guys. Are you doing anything differently on defense to try to create some more chaos?
I just think we've been a little bit more aggressive in gaps, kind of digging down on drivers, digging down on guys in the post a little bit. Austin Peay causes more turnovers than anyone in the conference. They do a great job of that. And for us, we're just going to have to make sure we take care of the ball. We're going to have to cause them on our own so that that it doesn't become a possession deficit for us.
In ASUN play, Mason Lee currently ranks 4th in the conference in rebounds. That's going to be a big battle today, but focusing specifically on him, what does he do so well in the paint to come down with those boards?
I think he's been really physical. Like, he's done a great job of getting his position early. When the shot goes up, he's into his guy. So he's done a great job of creating space and then pursued the ball.
One thing that popped into my head before I came out here today is just thinking about how good the crowds have been this year. They keep showing up throughout the whole season. What does that do for you guys on your home court?
Jacksonville's a basketball community, and UNF has certainly benefited from that. We have great student support, particularly during the week, and our communities come out on top of that. So when we have the community and we have the students, we have a great place to play.
That's all I got. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Bobby Kennan ended yesterday's practice talking about doing the hard things right. This is a game where UNF does not have much room for error. Austin Peay has come in on an 8-game winning streak. They have won 15 of their last 16. Their only loss in that stretch coming to Lipscomb on January 17th. This is a game where the Ospreys can't turn the ball over 5 times more than their opponent. They've got to do a better job going out there, forcing turnovers, taking care of the basketball, and they got dominated on the boards the first time around in this matchup. Mason Lee, Dalton Gaiman, Nestor Diatchuk, all going to be big for the Ospreys, rebounding down low. Mason Lee enters this game 4th in the ASUN in rebounding during conference play. Can he keep it going against a tough opponent tonight? Let's take a look at how these teams line up, their starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Ospreys, it's B.J. Plummer, Mason Lee, Kent Jackson, Cameron Oriole, and Nestor Diatchuk. For the Governors, Tate McCubbin out there with Zyree Collins, Rashad Marshall, Anton Brookshire, and Colin Parker. Parker, the man to watch out for the Governors, comes in averaging 18 a game, had 20.4 points per game in conference play. 4th in the ASUN. He's coming off a week in which he had 39 against Queens, 22 against Bellarmine. He is averaging over 28 points per game over his last 6. For the Ospreys, you can talk about Cameron Oriole, you can talk about Kent Jackson. Who's going to be the third man to step up in this one? Watch out for Mason Lee and B.J. Plummer as we are underway. The Ospreys win the tip. UNF basketball. Oriole passes to Mason Lee. On the left wing, hands to Plummer. Plummer back out to Diatchuk. Now Oriole on the right wing. Goes on the drive. Oriole under the basket. Up and out. Put back bucket. No good. Now a third chance for Diatchuk. Airballs it in front of the rim. Gotta finish that one off. It's going back Austin Peay's way. The 3 is up and no good. That was Brookshire. Across half court. Kent Jackson. Not afraid to shoot from anywhere on the floor. Pump fake. Pass to Diatchuk. Running it at the point is the center. Hands back to Jackson. Let's go of the 3. And that rattles out. No good. Coming the other way. Collins, the freshman, zigging, zagging, up. Layup is good. And it's 2-0. Governors out in front. Back comes Jackson. Hands to Oriole, dishes it down to Diatchuk, who finishes it off on the right block. 2-2 our score. Zyree Collins, the point guard. Collins, guarded by Oriole. Collins, left wing, kicks to the left corner. The three is up and no good from Colin Parker. Rebound goes to Kent Jackson, brings it up across the right side of half court. Jackson to Lee, 4-3, Mason Lee off the back of the rim and no good. Here we go the other way. Parker again for three. That one rolls around, won't go down. Jackson across the timeline. Kent Jackson steps back in the mid-range. Floats it back out to B.J. Plummer, front court left. Plummer driving in, turning around, 10 feet away. Hook shot's good. B.J. Plummer, his first basket of the game. Ospreys up 4-2. 17:51 on the clock. We're in the first half of play. Swings it around the arc. Austin Peay with the basketball. The three straight away, rolls around, doesn't go down for Collins. Jackson coming across half court. Now Mason Lee. Lee gets it stripped away. In transition, Zyree Collins finishes it off at the basket. He lays it up with Mason Lee behind him. It's 4-4. 17:23 on the clock. We're in the first half. Cameron Oriole, guarded tightly by Brookshire. He's on the left wing. Oriole passes to Diatchuk. Now it's Plummer. Plummer on the drive. The freshman to Diatchuk. Diatchuk with the finish. And he's got 4 early points for UNF. Already above his average of 3.7 a game. Nestor Diatchuk off to a fast start. It's 6-4. Ospreys up by 2. 16:52 and running in the first half. Parker lost the ball. They can't finish the turnover, still with Parker. Misses down low. Oriole gets the rebound. Dribbles it up the court. Pass to Jackson. Kent Jackson on the right wing. Jackson now on the drive. The floater off the blackboard and no good. Here comes Collins the other way. Back outside. Brookshire for three. Wide open. He missed it. Up the court. Jackson passes to Oriole. He stands front court left. Now Mason Lee. Jackson for three. No good. Offensive rebound. Lee can't get there. Goes out of play. And it is last touched by the Governors. 6-4. UNF with the lead. 16:06 on the clock. We're in the first half. Across the court, Zyree Collins, the freshman from St. Louis, Missouri. Averaging 14.6 points per game in conference play. One of 3 Governors in the top 15 in the ASUN in scoring. He drives into the lane, loses the ball. It's going to be a jump ball and will be possessed by Austin Peay. Coming out of the break, 15:49 to play in the first half. A low-scoring affair so far. 6-4 our score on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jax team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Yo, who's that? Oh, that's Noah. He's our new radio broadcaster from Action Sports Jax 24/7.
What's he doing?
Ever since Action Sports Jax is partnering with UNF to broadcast basketball games, he's been announcing everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Bobby Kennan, in his first season as the Ospreys head coach, looking to get this email off before practice, swings the cursor over the send button, bang!
But at least our fans will be able to listen to all our home games on Action Sports Jax 24/7 network this season.
Yeah, I guess.
Who let you in here?
This is a game where UNF, as usual, does not have the size advantage, especially against this Austin Peay side. You look at their starting lineup, and they've got 3 guys up at 6'8". For the Ospreys, their tallest player is Nestor Diatchok, that's active right now, I should emphasize. He's 6'9". They're going to have to rebound with 5 guys, and that's been apparent so far as Kent Jackson, the smallest man on the court, is leading the way with 3 rebounds right now. Austin Peay basketball, 10 seconds on the shot clock, coming out of the timeout, and they get a bucket down low. The Governors now in a full court press. It'll be Dalton Gaiman who breaks it across the timeline. Cameron Oriole, front court left. Coming off of a screen from Gaiman. He's at the point, goes on the drive. Oriole, bounce pass, Gaiman with the finish. It's 8-6 Ospreys. 15-18 to play in the first half. A lob down into the paint, up with the shot. Missing through the contact is Marshall. Second chance opportunity. Whistle for a foul. He'll go to the line. Rashad Marshall, 6'8", 226 pounds. The junior transferred in to Austin Peay from Ole Miss. And he's got a chance to tie us up right now. 8-6 Ospreys with the lead. First free throw is good for Marshall. A phenomenal shooter. Marshall, 66% at the line doesn't blow you away, but how about his field goal percentage at 66 as well? 7th in the NCAA from the field. He hits both free throws. We're tied up at 8 apiece as Mason Lee dribbles up the court. Front court right, Lee guarded by Collins. Mason Lee over to Jackson. Jackson goes on the drive at the free throw line, pulls up and gets the jumper to go. It's 10-8. Quickly across the floor, Collins down to Marshall, guarded by Gaiman, to the left corner, 3 ball away. That one goes down for Anton Brookshire. It's 11-10 Governors. Now Dante Oliver, top of the key. Jackson. He stands now where Oliver was before the pass. He dishes to Gaiman, going up is fouled by McCubbin. And that will send Dalton Gaiman to the line. He'll shoot 2. One thing that Bobby Kennan talked about coming into this game is how fast this Austin Peay team will play. They're very good about responding out on the floor, as Gaiman's first free throw is up and good. It's 11-11. But when the Ospreys are going to get a bucket, they're going to have to get back quickly on defense because they get the ball in fast and they go. Austin Peay does. Gaiman's had his struggles at the line lately. Got his first free throw to bounce in. The second shot is up, and that's also good. Ospreys back on top. It's 12-11. Ball on the other side of the floor. Zyree Collins. Passes to the left. Ja'Cory Robinson. Down into the paint. Up with the shot. Colin Parker got it to go. 13-12 Governors. Oriole. Across half court. Cameron Oriole. Steps back, let's go over 3. Oriole got it to go. 15-13. Ospreys up by 2. Quickly up the court is Austin Peay. Collins feeds it down to Marshall. Marshall off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, back up with the second chance opportunity. No good, Gaiman gets the board. Here comes Dalton Gaiman across half court. Gaiman on the drive, kicks to the corner, Katie now on the drive. Katie up. He is fouled and will go to the line. Katie wanted to try for the poster there. And lucky to be fouled as he was going to fall short of the rim. Just hucked it off the backboard. It gets him 2 free throws. 13-17 to play in the first half. 15-13, UNF with the lead. First free throw up and good from Trey Katie. Corey Gibson, the head coach for Austin Peay. He's in his 3rd season. Dresses in camouflage, a military-type uniform. As both free throws good for Katie, it's 17-13 Ospreys. Collins, as the Ospreys now applying pressure as he gets across half court. Parker down low, blocked by Katie. Fight for the basketball in the paint. Parker, second chance, no good. Gaiman gets the rebound. Here's Oriole to the right block, whistle for a foul. It'll be a baseline inbound for UNF. Gibson got the military camouflage cargo pants, the beige boots, camo sleeves. Austin Peay logo on his chest. Oriole down into the paint. It's tipped and stolen away. Zyree Collins across half court. Collins to the paint. His pass intercepted, taken away by Devin Hines. Hines the other way. Devin Hines on the drive. Right block, up with the shot, no good. Oliver offensive rebound. Now to Oriole, swings to Gaiman. Gaiman back outside, right wing. Oliver on the drive. Oliver up, no good. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. Ja'Cory Robinson the other way. Robinson backing down Cameron Oriole. Left side of the lane, steps to the middle, misses on the hook shot. Cameron Oriole the other way. Front court left. Oriole. Top of the key. Oriole on the drive now. In the mid-range. Back outside. On the perimeter, Dalton Gaiman. Pass to Oliver. Oliver on the drive. Spinning around. Fade away. Back of the rim and out. 11:36 to play in the first half. Here's Robinson. Backing down Hines. 10 feet away. Turns around. And up with the make. Looked like his elbow might have caught a piece of Hines. They could go back and look at that later. The bucket good. It's 17-15. Ospreys up by 2. Dante Oliver in the corner. Devin Hines with the basketball. Hines turned it over. Collins on the drive. Collins turned it over. Ball on the ground. Jump ball. And it'll be Osprey basketball after the media timeout. 10:56 to play in the first half. It's 17-15. UNF up by 2 when we come back on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Sounds good. Welcome back to UNF Arena. 17-15, Ospreys on top of Austin Peay. I'm going to give credit here to the producer, Stuart Weber, sent me a text. I was describing the camo outfit of head coach Corey Gibson. Coach wears fatigues to honor Fort Campbell, which is 13 miles from the Austin Peay campus. Gibson well connected to this university. Third season as head coach, but has had a lot of success over the years there as both a coach and a player. Won the OVC at Austin Peay. A win would give the Governors their most wins under Gibson during his tenure. They would reach 20 wins with a win over UNF tonight, and their first 20-win season since 2019-2020. Osprey basketball out of the media timeout. BJ Plummer hands to Kent Jackson. Jackson dribbles into the lane, dishes to Lee. Reverse layup is up and good. 19-15 UNF on top. Other side of the floor, this is Collins. Bounce pass to Morrish. Back to Collins. The floater is no good. 4-point advantage for UNF. Here's Oriole. Hands back to Jackson. Jackson up top. Crossover and a drive. Teardrop misses. Foul will be called on Diatchok going for the rebound. Exactly 10 minutes to play in the first half. Austin Peay basketball. Colin Parker inbounds to Zyree Collins, who walks it up the court. Collins, bounce pass down low. Parker with the basket. Now 19-17. UNF up by 2. Mason Lee. Left wing, hands to Plummer. Plummer dribbling with it. Now to the left corner, Lee. Thought about a shot, thought better of it. Hands to Jackson. Jackson stepping back to the left corner. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Jumpers away and good. Just inside that three-point line in the corner. And it's now 22-17. Should be 21-17. They corrected on the scoreboard. 4-point Osprey advantage. On the drive, Robinson. Down low, guarded by Oriole. Kicks it back out to Parker. Parker. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 3 away, top of the key from Collins. No good, but an offensive board for Austin Peay. Collins. Driving in, below the rim. Threw it away, Osprey basketball. They'll get it by half court. UNF with a good defensive effort to start the game. And this is an Austin Peay team that came in red hot offensively. Had scored 90+ in 3 straight games, the first time they've done so since 1997. Not on pace to do that so far tonight. If they were to reach that 90-point mark, though, it'd be the first time they've done so in 4 straight games since 1991. Mason Lee over to Nestor Diatchok. Diatchok yelling out instructions. Bounce pass to Jackson. Short corner on the right side. Dribbles into the paint. Hands to Lee. Reverse layup. Money! 23-17. 6-point advantage. Largest lead of the game for UNF. On the other side, blocked by Plummer, whistled for a foul. 2 free throws coming for Austin Peay. At the line, Creighton Moorish, 25% free throw shooter. First free throw good. Second shot up, and that's no good. 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. Across the right side of the court, Jackson. Now Taylor Thompson checked into the game. Mason Lee to his right, Jackson. He's up top, lost control of the basketball, and fouled diving for it. Takes us to the next media timeout. 7:40 to play in the first half. Ospreys lead by 6, 23-17 on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day, just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I want to play in the NFL.
Cuts it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking, we've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to UNF Arena. The Ospreys up 23-17. UNF on a 3-game losing streak right now, going up against Austin Peay, who have won 8 in a row. But it's been the Ospreys, though, that have had the advantage early on in this game. Red hot out the gates. UNF shooting the ball 45%, but it's been on defense where they've created this advantage. And also on the boards, UNF, 3 offensive rebounds. They're winning the rebounding battle right now, 14-11. And the turnover battle is the big thing to watch tonight. Both teams have turned it over 3 times. UNF with the rebound margin close to -5 in ASUN play as Mason Lee is fouled. And he will go to the line to shoot 2. But turnovers have been the big emphasis here all week for the Ospreys. It was rebounding and turnovers earlier this season, and as they've gotten better and better on the glass, the emphasis has become more limit those turnovers. That's where they lost that game on Saturday against Jacksonville, as the first free throw good for Mason Lee. But the Ospreys forced the least amount of turnovers in the ASUN by a lot. They've only forced 7.2 per game, while turning it over the most on offense. Not by much there. As both free throws good for Lee, it's 25-17, 8-point lead for the Ospreys. To put things in perspective, though, the Ospreys' turnover margin in conference play is that ball turned over by Austin Peay. The Ospreys suffocating on defense right now. That one, it looked like just lost control. Went off of Collins, out of bounds, UNF basketball. But a negative 4.93 turnover margin in conference play for UNF. Next closest is in the twos. Don't win many games when that's the case. As Plummer for three, rattles off the rim, offensive board for Lee. Jackson on the drive, Jackson back outside. Plummer on the drive, Plummer lost the ball. Brookshire the other direction. Passes to Parker. Parker turning around. Let's go to the teardrop, that's no good. Ball out of bounds on the baseline. And it is UNF ball. Cameron Oriole back into the game for Taylor Thompson. Oriole doesn't rest very long. He plays the most minutes in the ASUN. He leads the ASUN in a lot of categories and is 8th in the country in total scoring. But his conditioning is absurd. He doesn't seem to break a sweat out there. Seems to get better as the game goes along. Dalton Gaiman to the left block. Finishes it off down low. Ospreys up by 10. Brookshire. Pass to Parker. Colin Parker. Guarded by Lee. Turning around. Up with the shot. That's no good. Put back opportunity. That's no good. Smoked by Marshall. Oriole. Up top. On the drive. Oriole is fouled. He'll shoot two. Timeout, Austin Peay. Corey Gibson out to the middle of the court to argue the call. He's got to be careful not to get teed up. We'll see how this shakes out. When we come back, 6:10 to play in the first half. Ospreys up by 10 on the #1 team in the ASUN when we come back.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily access Action News Jax now using your Roku device. First, launch Roku. Next, use the menu list to scroll down to the search feature. Then, use the remote to enter Action News Jax into the search bar, and then click Action News Jax thumbnail. Once you see this screen, go ahead and select Add App. Wait a few seconds for it to install. Once it finishes installing, press the star button on your remote and click on Move App or Move App to the top. Finally, select the app back on your home screen to open it. Now you can watch all the great content on Action News Jax now. Live daily breaking news.
We have breaking news happening right now in Clay County.
First alert weather and traffic.
Looks like we have a tornado warning. Let's take a look at that.
Action Sports Jax 24/7.
We've got the Brent and Austin Show daily, live sporting events, and long-form interviews you can't see anywhere else.
And shows like Law and Crime and much more. And that's how you access Action News Jax now using your Roku device.
Welcome back to UNF Arena. Cameron Oriole on the line. His first free throw up and good. The Ospreys up by 11 on Austin Peay. This is a team that has not lost a basketball game in a month. And 2 days on top of that. They're 13-1 in conference play as Oriole good on his second free throw. 2-2 on that trip to the line. And UNF up by 12. It's 29-17. All over the place on defense, scoring it well on offense. And Austin Peay just cannot figure out how to get some shots to fall. They missed there. A whistle, that's going to go against UNF. A baseline inbound now for Austin Peay. There's the inbound. Now to the left corner. Collins on the drive, fading away, missed the shot. Mason Lee. A foul called, I think, on Nestor Diatchok. It was. Trying to box out in the paint. UNF did get the rebound. Diachuk was called for a hold, though. So a third opportunity now for Austin Peay to get up on the scoreboard this possession. .5:54 to play in the first half. 29-17 Ospreys. Mason Lee guarding Parker tightly. Throw across the court, Wild. Lucky to keep it in bounds was Collins. McCubbin's got it now. Back to Collins, driving on the baseline, kicks it outside. The three from Brookshire is perfect. Back to a 9-point game, 29-20. Kent Jackson bringing the ball up the floor, trying to keep the foot on the gas. Oriole drives in. Wild layup. Lee gets the offensive rebound, his third of the game, then he traveled. He jumped up looking for someone to pass to. No one was there and came back down with the ball. Lee has been fighting, though. That was another big rebound from him on the offensive side of the floor. The Ospreys playing hard, playing scrappy on the other side. Marshall, good in the paint. 29-22. Gaiman crosses half court, hands to Jackson on the right wing. Feels like a big possession for UNF to keep their momentum. Diachuk, Oriole, easy finish down low. Great vision from Nestor Diachuk. Back to 31-22, 9-point Osprey lead. Collins, Parker. Now on the drive into the lane, up with the shot, and missing is McCubbin. Diachuk grabs the board. Here comes Oriole the other way. Cameron Oriole, bounce pass down to Gaiman. Pump fake, shot, fouled, he'll shoot two. He got McCubbin to jump for a block, went up, and was fouled hard. McCubbin falling up over top of him. Gaiman 2 of 2 at the line so far. We'll see if he can make it 4 of 4. Missed on his first. That was the first free throw missed by UNF in this game. They're now 8 of 9 as a team on the line. Second shot from Gaiman. That's good. He stayed late after practice yesterday to work on those free throws, try to get him down. He was automatic from the charity stripe for a good portion of this season, but in recent weeks, just seems to be in his own head at the line, lost his confidence. 3 of 4 so far in this one. Ospreys up 10, 32-22. Zyree Collins dribbling around. Trying to pass it off, instead passes to the UNF bench. Another turnover forced by this Osprey defense. A miscommunication there between Collins and Ja'Cory Robinson. 4:09 to play in the first half. Turnover number 5 from Collins and Austin Peay. The freshman having some issues against this UNF defense. Oriole, step back, mid-range jumper, off the mark. Here comes Robinson across half court. He's dribbling on that left side. Tries driving on Plummer, gets a little too handsy, called for a foul, and that takes us to our last media timeout of the first half. UNF with 3:49 to play in the first, up 32-22 on Austin Peay. Back after these messages on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jax, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
.349 to go in the first half. UNF leads by 10, 32-22. This is a game where you come into it, and Austin Peay is clearly the favorite. My personal thinking was UNF, they're probably going to keep it close. It's going to be similar to that Lipscomb style of game. But this seems different. The Ospreys, this is the best I've seen them so far this year. Offensively executing at a high level, and on defense, causing chaos for Austin Peay, who've now turned the ball over 5 times in the first half. It's Governors basketball coming out of the media timeout. The inbound goes to Parker. There's a foul away from the ball. That's going to put Austin Peay into the bonus. And to the line goes Rashad Marshall. It's a 1-and-1. First shot up, takes 2 hops and goes in. For UNF, want to close this half out strong. If you can be up 3 possessions going into the second half, you are feeling great in that locker room. Second free throw, oh so good. It's now 32-24 as Mason Lee gets it forward to B.J. Plummer. This press not working from Austin Peay. Oriole gets it to Lee. Mason Lee up top, pass to Gaiman on the free throw line. Gaiman back to Oriole for 3. Rattles out. Chance for the offensive rebound. Goes out to Jackson on the tip from Gaiman. Jackson back out to Oriole for 3. He got it! Cameron Oriole on the assist from Jackson. Other side of the floor, up with the shot. That's too strong. Gaiman with the rebound. Gaiman slows it down. Gets it back to Jackson, who crosses half court. Now Dalton Gaiman. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Ospreys up 11. Gaiman on the drive. Gaiman dribbles back out to the right wing. Trying to pass to Jackson. Whistle for a foul against Austin Peay. They're going to call Brookshire for tripping up Kent Jackson. And that'll send Dalton Gaiman actually to the line. They fouled Gaiman, running into him as he was trying to pass the ball. Gaiman 3 of 4 so far in this one at the line. This a 1-and-1. The first shot is up, and it's good. UNF tying their largest lead of the game at 12. We're in the final 2 weeks of conference play before the ASUN tournament. UNF starting this one out hot. Gaiman's second free throw. Oh, so good. It is 37-24. Ospreys up 13. Here's Zaire Collins. Back to Parker. Now Robinson. Collins, left corner to Brookshire. Back to Brookshire, left wing. Floats it down to Marshall. Fouled by Jackson. Tried going for the steal, reached out to swat the ball. Caught a bit of the arm of Rashad Marshall. And another 1-and-1 now for the big man. Marshall has been quiet from the field in this one. Got 2 free throws, but shooting 33%. He's shooting 73% in conference play this year from the field. At the line, as I mentioned earlier, came in a 66% free throw shooter, but with that first free throw going down, now 5 of 5 at the line tonight. Ospreys up by 12, 2:33 to play in the first half. Second free throw, rolls around and out. Oriole to Gaiman. Dalton Gaiman in the paint, pivoting around, misses the shot. Ball towards the Austin Peay bench, and an offensive rebound for B.J. Plummer. Now Gaiman dribbles back outside. Oriole on the drive. Cameron Oriole to Plummer. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Turns around in the paint. Let's go with the teardrop. Bounces in. 39-25. On the other side, Collins fouled by Oriole. Oriole, not usually a guy who gets frustrated on the floor. He is shocked right now. That got called. Ospreys up 14. Collins will shoot 2. He was going up for the layup, and they're going to say that Oriole got a piece of him. Trying to go up for a block. 1:52 to play in the first half. Zyree Collins, the freshman out of St. Louis, Missouri. Coming off of a freshman record 14 assists, the most by a Governor since 1997, and that's of any class. His first free throw good. And looking back at that replay, yeah, there's Oriole made no contact really with Collins going up with the shot. Did a nice job keeping his arms straight up. It's been a tight whistle for both teams so far. Gonna see some guys get in foul trouble pretty early in this game. Both free throws good for Zyree Collins. So it's now 39-27 UNF. Mason Lee. Down into the paint. Jackson converts under the rim. Robinson came up and hit him hard. Still a reverse layup for Jackson with no foul called. 41-27. Parker. Guarded by Lee. Tipped away, but back to Collins. He goes on the drive. Falls down. Called for a travel. UNF basketball. 1:20 to play in the first half. The Ospreys trying to keep on building this lead. Austin Peay sticking with the full court press. Mason Lee will inbound, gets it to Cameron Oriole. They're trying to trap him on the right side of the court. He passes back to Lee, who goes to Plummer, now to Jackson. Jackson trying to lob it up to Gaiman. He brings it back down, up with the shot, with 3 Governors around him, finishes it off. Now a 16-point lead for UNF. 60 seconds to go in the first half. Back to Parker. Parker on the drive. Turns around. Kicks out to Collins. His 3 is up. That's no good. Jackson with the rebound for UNF. Kent Jackson. Over to Lee. For 3. Mason Lee. No good. Rebound goes to Moorish. Robinson driving on the other side. Layup. Nowhere close to going in. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Ospreys. 33.1 to go in the first half. There's 21 seconds on the shot clock. 30, as I mentioned, 33 seconds on the game clock. 12-second differential exactly. 43-27. Ospreys currently leading by 16 as Oriole checks out. Whistle before the inbound. And is this a warning? Are they calling a foul? What's the call? There was a little bit of a battle for position going on between Dante Oliver and a Governor, who I believe was Robinson. Robinson dropped his shoulder into Oliver, and that led to the whistle. And they're going to go back to the monitor and look at this. Or wait, no, now they're talking to Kennan. Now they're going to go to the monitor and look. Could this be a personal, flagrant foul potentially? Just got to wait and see. I'm wondering, did one of them throw an elbow when they were trying to gain positioning, boxing the other out? Again, I don't get confirmation here, but I believe this is between Dante Oliver for UNF or Ja'Cory Robinson for Austin Peay. It doesn't look like there's going to be a call for a foul. It'll be Austin Peay basketball. And it will still be a Governor inbound on the baseline. There goes the inbound to Parker. Turning it around, Parker. Mason Lee called for a foul playing defense. Maybe a shove. Again, a light whistle. That is Lee's second foul of the game. Colin Parker at the line, an 85% free throw shooter. Good on his first. The shot clock will be off when UNF gets the basketball back. The second free throw is good from Parker. Now 43-29. Parker will check out. Into the game is Travis Torian to play some defense. Don't want Parker fouling here. BJ Plummer with the basketball. 20 seconds on the clock. Now it's Oriole, front court left, letting it simmer down to 14 seconds, still holding it. 10 seconds, Oriole. Dribbling to his right. Oriole on the right wing, 3 seconds. Oriole, turn around, hucking up a prayer. It's short, and that will take us to halftime. The Ospreys up on the #1 team in the ASUN by 14 as we hit the halftime break. Let's send you over to this week's edition of Talent Talk and our interview with Bobby Kennan from the Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you
I love
and
the
getting
fact
you
that
on
you
the
got a couple
road
local guys
and also helping you and your family
We talk a lot about
down the
Ken
road.
Jackson and what he's done.
Has a
He's
treating
one
you
of the most
right.
prolific three-point shooters in the country. Mason Lee's a guy a few weeks back I thought really started to come on. I know you guys have mentioned him on the show at times too when I haven't been here, but he's done a lot for. I feel like I've seen a lot of growth from him from my perspective. I guess I'm kind of wondering from your perspective. And you guys have had this kind of guy over the years where he's kind of stuffs the stat sheet a little bit, and it's not just the scoring, right? But you're like, dang, that guy made a big difference today in this basketball game, and it might not be because it's 16 points.
No, I think Mason's actually in ASUN play, in ASUN games. I think he's the third leading rebounder in the conference at 6'6", and he's done a tremendous job. He's just done a tremendous job for us. I mean, the thing that Mason does is, he's actually like. He's an extension of me on the court. Like, he understands what we're trying to do. He understands what we're trying to get. It's crazy. Like, we wound up putting in a play for, and we've got a lot of mileage off of it. I think going into the Lipscomb game on Friday practice before the Saturday game, and I think we got a lot of mileage out of it. And it's one of the things where I'm just kind of trying to take advantage of him and his skill set. And he does. He's one of those guys that, like, you don't know what position to play him in, but you just play him, and he's done that. Like, he's a really, really good shooter, and just the only things that I need him to continue to grow at is, like, he's a 45% three-point shooter when he's taking 45% three-point shots.
I got you.
Don't take 20% shots.
Yeah.
And sometimes
it's like my golf game. I relate.
Yeah, sometimes he wants to hit a home run when he's got the ball in his hands instead of just being a little bit simple. But he's really, really grown a ton in that thing. And I think the biggest area of growth that Mason has demonstrated this year is he's really matured and had a better next play mentality. Like, he hasn't let one thing lead to two. And I think early in his career, I think that was one of the things that was kind of keeping him from the court a little bit. But I'm really proud of his maturity, really proud of his growth, and also, just the growth in his skill set as well.
Maybe a little bit of a jump, but you're starting to maybe plan on senior day in about a week or so. Any special things that you're thinking of or doing or sharing, or do you want to save it to next week?
We'll save that one the next week. I kind of had an idea coming in here, which I think would be kind of neat for our guys and their families, and just something. I'm really, really looking forward to I think you look forward to any of your senior days, but like each guy in particular for me, is at a different point, in their journey. I mean, Devin and Dalton have given me their last years, as transfers out of Division I. Cam stayed, Nestor stayed through, not playing and growing his game and becoming a starter, and they all have a unique story, and I think that's the best thing. I think that's the best thing about this is just kind of watching guys travel their own path and getting to the same place and being able to celebrate them all here in a couple weeks.
Well, one thing about your situation is you're the guy that really, and your staff, but really been in the trenches and recruiting those kind of guys too.
Yes.
And now, obviously, as the head coach of them, just a quick thought is that like a this level thing where you're involved in like a senior night festivity and have some input and influence? Like, is Rick Barnes doing that at Tennessee? I guess is what I'm asking. Like, I don't know.
Well, we certainly
which can be fun, by the way. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. I don't see Rick Barnes worrying about what the heck senior night is.
No, again, like Nate and his staff are fantastic. It's just like one of the things that I love just about being here is that there's constantly just new ideas and new ways of doing things and new ways of looking at things, and just I think we've been very student athlete focused, kind of front and center, and I think that comes from the top, that comes from the top of our administration, and I just think that anything that we can do to make our experience unique, and it's like even at shoot around the other day at practice on Friday at JU, Nate sends Graham over, who's, an intern and kind of shooting for the first time. And it's like, just to be part of, kind of people's stories and at this level, letting guys do things for the first time or having experiences for the first time. I think it's a neat thing, and it's a place where you can take chances, where you can do things differently, where it's, you can be on the front edge of some things.
All right, I can't let you go because I think people watching Talent Talk for wherever and Osprey fans and actually right now we got a baseball family. They said they watch from North Carolina, so shout out to them. I should have got their names. But you saw the news on Matthew Driscoll.
Yes.
And I think a lot of Osprey fans were texting me when that, and I'm sure texting you. With the changeover, looks like he'll be the interim guy at K-State for the next 6 games to finish that thing out at the very least. How wild is that? First of all, have you talked to him a little bit? And that'll be a weird situation, right, for coaches who especially are close to each other.
Yeah.
To just take over the role, but you got to do it for the players and the school and everybody else. Part of the gig.
Certainly, it's crazy. Like I'm getting in the shower last night or whatever. I get out and I have 2 missed calls from Coach, and I saw the thing on our staff text thread about it. And, so I call him back and he texts me. He's like, "Hey, we're getting ready to meet right now. I'll call you." So, we had an opportunity to speak last night. We had a 20, 25-minute conversation. And it's a really tough time for anybody to put in. I mean, it's his best friend.
Yeah.
He goes there to help his best friend and for it to kind of turn out the way that it turned out. Obviously, it's been a little difficult year, but nobody sees this coming at this point of the year. And for him, he said, he really wanted to do it because it was Coach Tang's wish that he coaches a team. Obviously, the athletic director's wish. And, just my 2 cents of that was, like, everyone knows who you are. You've impacted the program. You've built relationships. You've sat in that chair before. Just go be yourself. Be who you are, and just coach the team to your best of your abilities. And the other ironic thing in the whole thing is they play Baylor.
That's crazy.
They play Baylor on Wednesday night is the first game, but coach's approach pro and above anything else. He puts student athletes first. And that's front and center, and I know he's going to do the best he can to help those guys finish their experience the best they can as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. You've said the Baylor thing is fascinating, and it'll probably be in 10 years when you're sitting on the beach and talking about it, kind of an interesting 6-game stretch. Go to Kansas as well for Kansas State, so hey, go beat Bill Self in Kansas. That'd be a good one to put on the resume.
Hey, it's just it's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, you never. Sometimes the way things happen, you never think they're going to happen the way they do, but at the same time, it's in front of you, and it's just up to you to make the most of it. And I know Coach will, but his whole thing is going to be about his team and the program and doing what's best for Kansas State.
Hey, go make the most out of the last 4 games. Austin Peay on Thursday night at UNF Arena, then go short trip to Stetson, which is nice, and then Florida Gulf Coast and Jacksonville before the ASUN tournament here. So. Happy at home, I guess, for the remainder. That's good.
Yeah, no doubt. I hope they have the hotel rooms cleaned in Daytona after the race this weekend. By the time we get there on Friday, it's a big week for them down there.
It was.
Thank y'all.
Hi, I'm Joel Donovan. My brother Kyle and I, we are co-owners and operators here at Donovan Heat and Air and Electric, and my dad started the business in 1987 to provide the greater Jacksonville area with a great customer service experience. 3 decades later, we're still doing the same thing. I love the Jacksonville area. I love the community. I love raising my family here. That's my name on the side of the building, and it's really important for our family to run this company the way it should be ran. It's something to be proud of.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnicht has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnicht. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnicht. GMC, we are professional grade.
We're CSI companies. We partner with organizations nationwide to help employers like you find your dream team. You're looking to hire the best of the best, and we've got you covered, start to finish. Whether you're hiring for projects or everyday operations, we provide the talent, strategic solutions, and innovative technologies that keep your business ahead of the competition. This is your workforce, reimagined. This is CSI Companies.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day, just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I want to play in the NFL.
That's it. Back to our left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking, we've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to UNF Arena. The Ospreys pulling off a shocker so far, up 14 on Austin Peay as we enter the second half. It's 43-29, UNF on a roll, and they are controlling this game on the defensive side of the basketball, forcing 6 first-half turnovers and going out there, and the pressure they are causing on defense. Not many open looks for Austin Peay. Everything's contested. Everything's tight the moment they get across half court. UNF putting the pressure on this Governors team to execute, and it has worked to the tune of 28% field goal percentage, 20% from 3 in that first half for Austin Peay. Now, eventually, they're going to get going. This is a Governors team that's going to make a run at some point. UNF, to establish themselves in this game, need to get off to a fast start in the second half and keep this going. Don't give this team any life to start the second half. The starters back out on the floor. We've got 20 more minutes to play in regulation between UNF and Austin Peay here on Action Sports Jax 24/7. We wait for the official signal to get play started. Our leading scorer so far in this game for UNF, it's been Dalton Gaiman leading the way with 11 points. For Austin Peay, Rashad Marshall with 9. 5 of those points coming at the free throw line. There have been a lot of fouls in this one. 24 combined free throws, 12 for each side. And each team committing over 8 fouls in the first half. Surprisingly, though, no one in foul trouble yet. We'll see how that plays out here in the second. Governor basketball on the drive. Parker missing the layup. Out on somebody on the baseline. It's called out on Austin Peay. UNF not giving up anything easy on defense as they get it in against the full court press to BJ Plummer. Hands it back to Cameron Oriole, who will get it across half court. Even those layups, they're contested as Mason Lee got the ball taken away, coming off the pass from Oriole. Collins is fouled in the lane. It'll be interesting to see if they call this a shooting foul or one on the ground, and they're going to send Collins to the line to shoot 2. Zaire Collins, a 73% free throw shooter coming into the game. 2 of 2 tonight. His first shot. Off the front of the rim and no good. The student section was provided some pool noodles for tonight's game. See if they're in use. I'm not seeing any. Second free throw goes down. 43-30, UNF up 13. Kent Jackson over to Mason Lee at the point, drives into the lane, out to BJ Plummer. Now Oriole on the logo. Kent Jackson to Lee. Bounce pass down to Diatchuk. Right wing Jackson to the top. Step back. 3. Jackson. No good. Parker gets it up the floor. Now Zaire Collins into the lane. Can't finish. The putback is good, though, from Rashad Marshall. Now an 11-point game. Jackson taken out as he gets across half court. Tate McCubbin was trying to pick up Jackson, tripped and fell into his leg.
This is the latest razor developed by
Each team
Gillette,
now with
a
one
super
foul
sharp and portable
in the
razor.
second half. That's McCubbin's
features
third
German
foul of
diamond
the game. Mason Lee gets it into Kent Jackson. Jackson to Nestor Diatchuk. Bounce pass to Mason Lee under the basket, taken away. Anton Brookshire across half court, passes to his right, driving in from the right wing, passing back outside. Brookshire off the dish from Parker, no good. And Oriole gets the rebound. Here comes UNF, Cameron Oriole to the right corner. Jackson for 3! Off the rim and out. Ball tipped out of bounds on UNF. Mason Lee falling into the stands trying to keep it in. It'll be Austin Peay basketball. Austin Peay. One game right now ahead of Central Arkansas in the ASUN Conference. Central Arkansas playing at Stetson tonight. Could tie it if Austin Peay loses this one. Going up with the shot and fouled is Marshall. So he'll shoot 2 at the line. That's the third foul now on Kent Jackson. Not a guy you want to have in foul trouble if you're the Ospreys. The first shot, Marshall up and good. Jackson for UNF averaging close to 19 a game in conference play. That's 6th in the ASUN. 4th in the country in three-pointers, though. That three-point shot has not been there for him tonight. 0 of 4 from distance. Second free throw from Marshall. That's no good. Diatchuk gets the rebound. Cameron Oriole brings it up the left side of the court. Before crossing half court, dribbles over to the right. He's going on the drive. Cameron Oriole to the basket. Now kicks to Plummer outside for 3. Off the rim. 2 guys falling behind the play. Diatchuk limping as he comes across half court. Alongside Collins, there's a foul on the ground against Mason Lee. That was away from the basketball. And that's the third foul on Mason Lee. Austin Peay is a little deeper with their size than UNF, and this is not a game where the Ospreys can afford to have guys like Lee fouling out. As the hook shot, no good in the paint. Dalton Gaiman gets the rebound. He's having a big night. Passes it up to Plummer in the lane, missing the layup. Thought about it, dunk, hesitated, and missed it. Austin Peay coming the other way. Brookshire on the left wing. 17.5 minutes to go in the second half. We're 2.5 minutes into the second half, and UNF yet to score a bucket. Going out of bounds, turning it over is Brookshire. UNF coming the other way. He passed it in. Now Oriole on the other side finishes it off with a layup. Honestly, should have blown dead, but UNF will take it on the other side. Collins with the finish. Working around Oriole, fading away. Got it from the right block. It's a 10-point game. UNF up 45-35. Oriole to Gaiman. Dalton Gaiman to Mason Lee. Now Kent Jackson on the right wing. Bounce pass down to Lee, who is fouled. With 16:47 to go in regulation. Ospreys up 45-35. That one called on Colin Parker. His first foul. The inbound to Mason Lee. Lee up top. Hands to Jackson behind him. He's guarded by Parker. On the drive. Jackson lays it up and is fouled. Jackson will shoot 2. Speaking of Colin Parker, called for the foul there. He has been extremely quiet for Austin Peay. Just 6 points in this game. Parker came in averaging 28.3 over his last 6 as Jackson's first free throw is good. 46-35. UNF starting strong on the defensive side again in the second half as Mason Lee checking out, Nestor Diatchok in. Mason Lee spending some extra time on the court to talk about the fouls being called against him. Now he's to the bench as Jackson is good on both free throws. 47-35, UNF up. 16:30 on the clock, is on the drive. Collins dribbles under the basket, now in a circle around the rim, loses the ball. Who's it out on? They call it out on UNF, and the Ospreys are going to have this one challenged. Both Cameron Oriole and Kent Jackson immediately signaled for them to go to the table. And we're going to step away. They're going to use the media timeout, I believe. They're going to use the media timeout while they look at this. Back after this break on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models, or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day, just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I want to play in the NFL.
That's it. Back to our left side, takes a shot,
Oh,
and into the
my
back of the
goodness.
net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking, we've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to UNF Arena. I don't know what the Ospreys have done specifically on defense over the past week, but whatever adjustment they made, it's been working. And after review at the table, it is UNF basketball. Austin Peay sticking in a full court press. Trying to force some turnovers against this UNF team. They get it into Kent Jackson. He'll bring it up the left side. And UNF is coming off of a great defensive performance against JU, and they've kept it going against Austin Peay. Gaiman in the lane, up with the shot. He's fouled. And Dalton Gaiman will take his 4th trip to the line in this game. Gaiman 5 of 6 so far against Austin Peay at the free throw line. He is second on the Ospreys with 11 points in this game. First free throw off the front of the rim and out. Second shot from Gaiman. That's good. Now tied with Cameron Oriole for the team lead in this game at 12 points. The Ospreys up 48-35. 16:05 to play. Collins on the left wing. Passes 5 feet to his left to Parker, who feeds it to the left block, and Marshall gets it to go. Now down in the lane is Dalton Gaiman holding his face. I think he might have caught an elbow as he is still down. Oh no, that's Nestor Diatchuk. And he gets up and will jog back to the bench. During the media timeout, they're going to look and see if Diatchuk caught an elbow. And we'll be back after this break. 15:58 to play. It's Ospreys 48, Austin Peay 37 on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jax team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Colt Tilly, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Yo, who's that? Oh, that's Noah. He's our new radio broadcaster from Action Sports Jax 24/7.
What's he doing?
Ever since Action Sports Jax is partnering with UNF to broadcast basketball games, he's been announcing everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Bobby Kennan, in his first season as the Ospreys head coach, looking to get this email up before practice, swings the cursor over the send button, bang!
But at least our fans will be able to listen to all our home games on Action Sports Jax 24/7 network this season.
Yeah, I guess.
Who let you in here?
Back at CSI Company's Court and UNF Arena, the referees at the table right now, after taking a look at what transpired between Marshall and Diatchuk in the paint. And they're explaining the call to the UNF coaching staff. And I'm not sure if that's a happy or mad reaction. They're getting an explanation, nodding their heads. I believe Nestor Diatchuk will be going to the free throw line. I'm blocked currently by the Austin Peay huddle. We'll see what happens. We're going to get the announcement here. it is a flagrant foul on Rashad Marshall. Caught Diachok with an elbow, and now Diachok will shoot 2 at the free throw line. A 69% free throw shooter. His first shot is up and bounces off the back of the rim and out. Diachok with 4 points in this game. His second shot up, and that one takes a couple bounces and goes out. It'll still be UNF basketball as Diachok will now check out. Austin Peay sticking with the full court press, which has been a little more effective here in the second half. Getting in the face of these UNF Ospreys as they get the ball up the court. Lee gets it into Oriole. Oriole back to Lee, swings to Jackson. Back to Mason Lee in the middle of the court. Tries forcing one forward to Gaiman, and it's taken away. Ball's on the floor, they're battling for it. Gonna be a jump ball, and staying with UNF is the basketball after the jump ball, and that was one where Mason Lee tried forcing it forward to Gaiman, where he really should have just got it back to one of his guards to his right or left. A sideline inbound now for the Ospreys. Lee gets it into Jackson. Kent Jackson on the right wing. Picked up his dribble, trying to get it down to Gaiman, turns it over. His pass was tipped and stolen away. Now Parker on the other side. Back up top. Collins on the drive. Collins can't finish. Dalton Gaiman going the other way. Gaiman over to Jackson. Trying to bounce it back up to Gaiman. Oriole can't keep it from going across half court. Back-to-back bad turnovers from UNF. That's now 11 for UNF. And those are the types of plays that lets Austin Peay back into the game. UNF has been great on defense, but only 5 points they've scored in the second half. Right corner. Back to McCubbin, who feeds it down to Marshall. Marshall going up, misses, gets the offensive rebound, back up with a shot, fouled by Gaiman. And Marshall with another trip to the free throw line. He is 6 of 8 shooting free throws in this game. The Governors can get it back down to 9 if he hits both free throws. His first shot is up and good. (48-38), 14:57 to play. The second shot is oh so good. Great job at the line tonight from Rashad Marshall. Now a 9-point game. Cameron Oriole. Crossing half court is Austin Peay's bench on their feet. They're chanting as they've got some momentum. Front court left, Oriole. Now dribbles to the top of the key. Oriole is fouled. And that's going to go against Anton Brookshire, reaching in. (48-39). 14:39 on the clock. The inbound from the right side to Cameron Oriole. Oriole down to Gaiman. Gaiman feeds it to Lee under the basket. Lee in front of the rim, goes up and is fouled. And I think that's going to be another one against Brookshire. No, this one is actually against Colin Parker. And that is the third foul on Parker, Austin Peay's leading scorer. Lee at the line. His first shot bounces off the front of the rim and is no good. UNF started 8 of 8 shooting free throws in this one. Since then, they are 6 of 11. A lot of free throws. UNF with 19 thus far. Austin Peay with 18. As Lee missed both free throws. That's 4 straight at the line UNF has missed. Giving Austin Peay really good chance to get back into this as Gaiman called for a reach on the other end. Another one, no, they called a push. The student managers are gonna have to come in by the end of this one. There's gonna be no players left. Way too many whistles out here. They float the inbound into Parker. Collins swings to the right wing. And the 3 is up and no good for McCubbin. Rebound grab, Marshall back up and gets it to go. It's now 48-41, UNF up 7. Cameron Oriole back to Mason Lee. Austin Peay making their run as Lee goes on the drive. Lee trying to dish to Gaiman, it's tipped to the left corner. Jackson to the left wing, Oriole. Cameron Oriole at the point, swings to Jackson, wide open 3, rolls around and out, ball out of bounds. Last touch by Gaiman and the Ospreys. It's like there's a glass lid on top of the basket on that far side of the court. Austin Peay shot 25% from the field in the first half, and UNF can't get anything going on that basket here in the second. Colin Parker, guarded by Lee. Pass to Marshall. Back outside, swing to the right corner. 3 is up and good. Anton Brookshire gets it back to a 4-point game. Oriole, forward to Jackson. Kent Jackson for 3, rims out. 13-18 to play. Collins, over to Brookshire. Pass across the court from the left corner to the right. Now back up top. Pass is stolen away. Kent Jackson takes it across half court, and he's fouled. A hard foul there to stop the fast break, trying to reach in. And the shoulder caught Jackson maybe on the chin. Just like that, UNF in the bonus, and we've still got 13 minutes to play in the second half. That's 8 fouls now against Austin Peay. UNF has 5 in the second half of play. Jackson's first free throw is good. Converts on the first. Now 2 shots for him after getting the first of the 1-and-1. Austin Peay has come roaring back. Jackson takes a couple dribbles. His shot is up and good. 50-44. UNF up by 6. Collins takes the inbound. Zyree Collins guarded by Cameron Oriole as he comes across half court. Now it's Colin Parker. Goes on the drive. Parker back outside. To the left wing. 3 is away from Collins, and he knocks it down. Back to a 3-point game, 50-47. Mason Lee. Bounce pass to Oriole, dangerous. Taken away by Collins, keeps it in bounds. Pass to Brookshire, who can't finish at the rim. Oriole. Double team, gets it forward across half court to Plummer, who is fouled by Collins. Austin Peay's bench jumping around, but he ran right into Plummer trying to get the basketball. It was a pass forward to Oriole, from Oriole to Plummer. Collins went to take it out of Plummer's hands and body checked him with the hip. Now Plummer will shoot a 1-and-1. Trying to get it back to a 2-possession game. First free throw from B.J. Plummer is up and good. Plummer's second is oh so good. Now 52-47. Ospreys up by 5. Now a whistle on Diachok. Another one away from the basketball. That is the 33rd whistle of this ball game. We're chasing a record for whistles here in UNF Austin Peay. That's the third on Diachok. It reaches a certain point. As a hook shot, Marshall, no good. BJ Plummer gets the rebound for UNF. Plummer, the other way. Pass to Diachok. Nestor Diachok on the left block. Turning around, shot blocked by Marshall. He gets it forward to Brookshire. Parker on the drive. Parker with the shot. He is fouled and will shoot 2. After the immediate timeout, 11:39 to play, 52-47. Ospreys up by 5 on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
(52-47) UNF leads by 5, but Austin Peay has come roaring back from a 16-point deficit. At the half, the Ospreys were up 14. But the offense just has not been there. UNF shooting the basketball 12% in the second half. And you can round out to 13 if you're generous. They're 1 for 8 from the floor. 0 for 5 from three-point land. And have turned the ball over quite a bit here in the second half. Still a long way to go. 11:39 to play. The Ospreys have the advantage. But Austin Peay and Rashad Marshall, this is going to be Colin Parker stepping up to the line. Have 2 free throws to get it back to a 3-point game. And the whistles have been the story tonight, outside of the defense, as there have now been 34 calls for fouls in this game. First free throw is good from Colin Parker. And neither side can really say, we're getting screwed by these calls. It's going both ways. There's a foul on what seems like every possession. As Parker's second shot, no good. Still a 2-possession ball game. 52-48 as BJ Plummer passes back to Cameron Oriole. Oriole to Plummer. He crosses half court. Trapped to front court left. Now Diachok has it. Back to BJ Plummer. These traps are getting UNF. They got to find a way to get it across half court over the middle. As Oriole on the right wing. Stepping back, letting go of a three. Off the rim and no good. Rebound Austin Peay. Coming back the other way. Zyree Collins on the drive with the layup. Doesn't finish. Trying to get it back. Steps out of bounds. And it is UNF basketball. After this break, we hit another TV timeout with 11 minutes to go. Ospreys 52, Austin Peay 48 on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Back now at UNF Arena as there's an inbound and a foul. Both teams in the bonus, 10:56 to play. That one, the fourth on Nestor Diachok. He's now got 4 in this one. And we'll check out Dalton Gaiman on his way in. A free throw up on the 1-and-1 and good from Marshall. Second shot is up, and that one is oh so good. 52-50. Austin Peay has now cut the deficit to 2. Cameron Oriole gets it forward to BJ Plummer on the drive. Dish to Gaiman. Left block. Now over to Plummer. He's on the ground. Pass to the right corner, and Kent Jackson drives on the baseline, gets it out to Lee. He's at the point. Now dribbles to his left. Hands to Gaiman behind him. Gaiman on the drive. Lost the ball. Stripped from behind. Ja'Cory Robinson in transition. Up for the tie, and he got it. It is 52-52. We are all tied up as BJ Plummer goes on the drive. Plummer lost the ball, and a whistle for a foul. Rashad Marshall. So Plummer to the line. 2 of 2 so far in this one from the charity stripe. First shot up and good. Takes a dribble. The free throw is good. 54-52. We got a timeout on the floor. And we'll keep you here through this one, as there's been a lot lately. I'm pretty sure this one was called by UNF. Bobby Kennan trying to talk over how to break this press that's been giving UNF some issues in the second half. They were breaking it fine in the first. But here in the second, they've done a nice job of forcing whoever's taking the ball up the court to the corner and trapping them. UNF will then try to go over the middle, forward towards the top of the three-point line, and that's where it really becomes trouble. You're either turning it over or it's a wild possession. They've had Kent Jackson down the right sideline. We'll see what the Ospreys have drawn up here. You know, that was probably the topic of conversation for them in the huddle. Across half court. Collins passes to his right. Robinson on the drive. Robinson up with a shot, and he is fouled. Got it to go. Third foul on Plummer. And while he goes to the line, let's take a count on foul trouble. We got Plummer, Jackson, Lee, Diachuk, and Gaiman all in foul trouble for the Ospreys. For the Governors, McCubbin, Brookshire, Parker, and Marshall. Unbelievable. As the free throw good, Austin Peay now at their first lead of the game, 55-54, first lead in a while since the 1904 mark in the first half. B.J. Plummer. Trying to drive, offensive foul called on Mason Lee. Now that's 4 on Lee. I really admire these coaches right now being able to, I feel like both Bobby Kennan and Corey Gibson are just, every foul, they just kind of drop their head and there's nothing they can say. I might be going Bobby Knight mode at this point, throwing a chair. As Zaire Collins crosses half court. Right wing, Robinson. Now on the drive, here's Colin Parker. Up with the shot, banks it in. 57-54 Governors. Cameron Oriole, front court right. Jackson, left corner, pump fake with the three. He got it! Big time three for the Ospreys. It's 57-57. 8:57 to go. Oriole guarding Collins, who passes to the right wing. Now Collins on the left, to the left corner. Parker for three, missed it. Oriole gets the rebound. Comes up front court left. Takes a screen from Diachuk into the lane. Oriole up with the layup. Oriole with the finish. And it's 59-57. UNF back on top. We're going to have a good finish here, folks. 8:25 to go. Marshall goes up on Diachuk, who's whistled for a foul, and Diachuk's night is over. That was right in front of me, too. We'll see if we get a replay, but there didn't look like there was much contact there. 21st foul of the game now on UNF. As Diachuk now pleading his case. And I mean, simply put, just saw the replay, not a foul. We're getting to know how good of a free throw shooter Marshall is tonight, as he just hit his 11th of the game. Now 11-13 at the line. Can tie it up with his second free throw here. That one's short, off the front of the rim, but an offensive rebound for the Governors. Collins, the guard, brought it down. Now Parker to the right wing. Robinson on the right block. Robinson back outside. Now left corner, Collins for three. Missed it. B.J. Plummer gets the rebound. Cameron Oriole picked up by Collins on the baseline. Just dribbles it up the right side. Slows things down after crossing half court. Takes a screen from Gaiman. Passes to Dante Oliver, swings to the corner. Jackson for three. Miss, rolled over the rim. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds. UNF basketball. Media timeout, 7:44 to go. UNF up by 1 on Action Sports Jax, 24-7.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jags, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Welcome back to UNF Arena. A bit of a slow, drawn-out game here. 59-58. Some good defense being played, but Nestor Diachuk just fouled out for the Ospreys, who have committed 21 team fouls tonight. Austin Peay whistled for 18. It's been a messy half of basketball here as UNF have turned the ball over now 8 times in the second half. They had done a really nice job of that in the first, but this full court press is giving them a lot of trouble as they just can't cleanly get it up the court. They've got the 1-point advantage, though. At one point led by 16. There's 7:44 to play. Dante Oliver will inbound. He floats it into Kent Jackson. The ball is tipped. Jackson keeps it on the right side of half court. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Left wing, Jackson steps back, fires a 3, and got it to go down! With a hand in his face. Kent Jackson gets the lead back to 4. Now losing the ball is Parker. Is touched by B.J. Plummer before going out of bounds. Brookshire will get it in to Parker, front court left. He passes to the free throw line. Floater, no good. Oriole keeps it in on the baseline. Here comes Plummer to the right wing. Plummer steps back, hands to Oriole behind him, who goes on the drive. Oriole out to Jackson. Oriole swings to Plummer for 3. Missed it right. Offensive board, Gaiman. Gaiman turns around, kicks out to Jackson. Corner 3. No good. 6:50 to play. Collins on the other side in transition. Pass back. Parker feeds it down to Marshall, guarded by Oliver, and gets it to go on top of the guard. 62-60. 6:35 to play. Cameron Oriole back to Dalton Gaiman. Gaiman forward to B.J. Plummer. Plummer down to the right block, up with the layup. That's no good. Hard collision with the floor, as it looks like Robinson is hurt on the other end. No, Robinson with the ball. That's someone else. That is Brookshire, who is down. I think that was his head hitting the floor as Robinson tied it up on the other end. Brookshire, I think that's a head injury, I think, and still down in serious pain below the basket. It's now 62-62. 6 minutes and 17 seconds to play. As they help him up to his feet, Brookshire being helped off the floor by his coaches. His head hung low, and just hope he's all right. Scary sight. And they're taking him straight back to the locker room. And now they're going to review the last play. See if there was anything maybe on that. It looked to me like it just came down hard on that shot. Two guys went up for it on the layup, and no ill intent there from Dante Oliver. It's a brand new game, 62-62 with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. The officials now in front of half court discussing. There is no foul added to the play. It'll be UNF basketball, 62-62. Mason Lee to inbound. He's out there with Jackson, Oriole, Plummer, and Oliver. Lee gets it into Kent Jackson. Jackson breaks across half court. Front court left. Jackson dribbling in the center circle, cuts into the lane, looking around, passes out to Mason Lee. Lee hands it off to Oriole. Oriole guarded tightly on the drive to the left corner. Jackson lets go of a shot. Left it short off the rim. 5:50 to go, all tied up at 62. Zyree Collins. Now Colin Parker. Parker on the drive. Off the backboard and out, gets his own rebound, pass forward to Collins, who gives him the lead with the basket underneath. It is now 64-12. 12th offensive rebound of the game for Austin Peay. BJ Plummer across half court. This is going to be a game where UNF's just going to have to grit it out if they're going to come away with a win. Not pretty for either side. As Plummer lost control of the ball, it was poked away by Robinson, went out on the UNF bench. Dalton Gaiman going to come into the game. He's on for Mason Lee. Oliver into Oriole. Cameron Oriole, front court left. 4 seconds on the shot clock as he drives and is fouled. That's going to be called, I believe, on Creighton Morsh. No, it's called against Robinson. He reached in on Oriole as he was driving in and swatted his arm. First shot, Oriole, is good. Second free throw can tie us back up with 4:59 to play. Orioles' second is true, and we're tied. UNF now showing a full court press. Robinson gets it forward across half court. Zyree Collins on the UNF logo. He passes to the right wing, now back to Collins. They're just swinging it from the left wing to the right. Now they give a bounce pass down to the short corner. This is Parker, back outside to McCubbin. Parker, left corner three, airballed. Rebound Marshall, going back up. And there's a foul called on Cameron Oriole. They were tied up as he went up with the shot. And that one looked to be a good call as he's stretched over. UNF, I think, maybe wanted a jump ball there. And now the officials are talking. They could switch this call. Is this a quick review going on? One of them is at the monitor. Looking back at it, and they're going to take an official review. They'll be looking for a jump ball, or maybe if it went out of bounds. And we're going to step away for 30 seconds here on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jags, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget, the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily access Action News Jax Now using your Roku device. First, launch Roku. Next, use the menu list to scroll down to the search feature. Then, use the remote to enter Action News Jax into the search bar, and then click Action News Jax thumbnail. Once you see this screen, go ahead and select Add App. Wait a few seconds for it to install. Once it finishes installing, press the star button on your remote and click on Move App or Move App to the top. Finally, select the app back on your home screen to open it. Now you can watch all the great content on Action News Jax Now. Live daily breaking news.
We have breaking news happening right now in Clay County.
First alert weather and traffic.
Looks like we have a tornado warning. Let's take a look at that.
Action Sports Jax 24/7.
We've got the Brett and Austin Show daily, live sporting events, and long-form interviews you can't see anywhere else.
And shows like Law and Crime and much more. And that's how you access Action News Jax Now using your Roku device.
Welcome back to UNF Arena, 4:29 to play, and we are dead even between UNF and the #1 team in the ASUN, Austin Peay. Can UNF pull off the upset? This has been quite the second half. A lot of whistles. A lot of reviews, in which we just finished one right now. Still waiting to see what the official call is. And a lot of defense and turnovers. It has been ugly basketball. But whoever comes away with the win isn't going to mind. Whoever loses this one is going to be extremely disappointed in this performance. As after review, they're going to stick with the call on the floor. 2 free throws coming up for Marshall. And Austin Peay. This will be free throws 15 and 16 for Rashad Marshall. His first shot is up and good. Austin Peay back up by 1, 65-64. They have fought hard in this game. Won 8 in a row for a reason. 17th among mid-majors for a reason in the latest College Insider rankings. As a second free throw, oh so good from Marshall. 2-point advantage for the Governors, 4:29 to play. Here's Kent Jackson, crossing half court. Jackson on the left wing now. Works his way back to the top of the key. Jackson, pump fake, pass to Lee. Lee on the drive, right block, and gets the finish. 66-66. BJ Plummer will greet Zyree Collins as he comes across the timeline. Timeout, Austin Peay. 3:56 to go. And we'll keep you here for the 30-second timeout. Kent Jackson, Cameron Oriole leading the way for UNF with 16 each. Rashad Marshall has been the man for Austin Peay in this game. He's got 25. Came in averaging 13.6 per game. And 14.6 in conference play. In foul trouble on the floor right now. Marshall's one of them. He's got 4. Tate McCubbin's got 4 for Austin Peay. Mason Lee has 4 for UNF. And there's numbers with 3 in this game. Sideline inbound now for Austin Peay. Both teams well into the double bonus. Collins inbounds to Ja'Cory Robinson. Had a career-high 18 against UNF the first matchups, 9 tonight as UNF takes it away. Jackson across half court. Kent Jackson stepping back. Pass over to Oriole, front court right. Cameron Oriole. Turning around. Got Lee in front of him. Short corner on the right side. Now to the basket. With the finish, he got it! 68-66, Ospreys up by 2. 3:20 to play. Zyree Collins passes forward. Back to Collins. Plummer slipped and fell. Collins now at the point. Kicks to the left corner. Pump fake from Robinson. Now in the mid-range. Passes into the paint. And with the finish is Colin Parker. 3 minutes to go. 68 all. Cameron Oriole goes on the drive. Pass to Gaiman. Up with the shot. And he is fouled. Bit of a delayed whistle, but he was hit very hard as he went up with that. That was one where if it wasn't called, would have been a shocker. Gaiman will now shoot 2. Dalton in this one, 6 of 8 at the line. Also grabbed 9 rebounds. 1 away from a double-double. As his first free throw is good. Ospreys back up by 1. 2:53 to go. Gaiman's second shot is oh so good. It's 70-68. UNF up by 2. Zyree Collins with the basketball, front court right, pass to the right corner, trapped is McGovern, now down low, and converting is Colin Parker. 70-70, 2:35 to play. Oriole crosses half court with Collins on his back. Now a fadeaway in the lane, Oriole got it to go! Cameron Oriole, clutch as ever. Robinson, now Collins. Parker at the free throw line. Left block, shot good. 2 of the best players in the ASUN going back and forth. It's 72-72, 2:04 to play. Front court left is Cameron Oriole. .155. Oriole broke Collins' ankle, step back 3, ice in his veins! 75-72. Can't stop Cam. At the free throw line, Parker on the drive. Parker is fouled. And that's going to be against Mason Lee. And now another forward for the Ospreys is fouled out of the game. Or do they call it? They called it on Oriole, as they should have. But now Oriole with 4 fouls. As Parker to shoot 2, his first one up and rims out. Cameron Oriole, Mason Lee motioning for that student section to get loud. The grad student, NAIA All-American before transferring to Austin Peay. Colin Parker at the line. He's got 15, down by 3. Second free throw is up, and that one's good. It's a 2-point game. Ospreys up 75-73, trying to hold on for the upset. Kent Jackson across half court. Jackson is guarded by Torian. Pass to Oriole, right corner with the 3! Rolls around and out. Austin Peay basketball. They're down by 2. Colin Parker across half court. Parker goes to work on the drive. Up over Lee, too strong. Rebound UNF. 1:08 to play. Oriole across the timeline. Gonna kill some clock. 1 minute to play, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Oriole still dribbling front court right. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oriole to Jackson. Kent Jackson, 5 seconds. Jackson trying to make a move. Throws up a 3. Off the front of the rim and out. 40 seconds to go. Austin Peay basketball. Here comes Colin Parker. UNF needs to stop on defense. Timeout spent by Austin Peay. 32 seconds to go. We're going to step away for 30 here on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jags, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor.
Of course. Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
75-73, Ospreys up by 2. 32 seconds to play. It is Austin Peay basketball. Can UNF hold on for the upset? They've led by as much as 16, only trailed by as much as 3. UNF has led for 28 minutes and 22 seconds of this game. But throughout most of this second half, it's just been one haymaker after another from each side, and both sides, they just get back up and keep fighting. And right now, if you're UNF, you got to be ready for this basketball to go to Colin Parker. He's been working on the drive. Mason Lee's got 4 fouls. My guess is they try to get it to Parker with an opportunity to drive on Lee. Both Lee and especially Cameron Oriole cannot foul here. He's got 4 fouls, and he's the guy the ball is going to for UNF if Austin Peay scores. If I'm Austin Peay, I'm trying to attack Oriole or Lee. It'll be Brookshire to inbound. Looking for options, floats it into Collins. Pressed by Oriole as he comes across half court. 27 seconds to go. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Collins, bounce pass to Parker, feeds Marshall. He's up and jams it in for the tie. 20 seconds to go. Jackson will inbound. Trying to get it in, calls timeout. 20.4 to play. 75-75. UNF has been no stranger to these situations this season. And I think everyone in this building knows who's getting the basketball. Cam, the stone cold killer, Oriole. And Oriole's got 23. If I'm UNF, though, with the whistles in this game, I'm trying to draw something up to get down low, get on the drive into the paint. No reason to shoot a three here or anything really more than 5 feet out from the basket. Plummer looking to get it in. Trying to get a photographer to move out of the baseline who won't move. Got to give him space to work right to left. .4 to play. Plummer looking to get it in. Passes it into Gaiman. Dalton Gaiman to Kent Jackson. 15 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Jackson is guarded by Collins. 9 seconds. Trying to get it to Oriole. Jackson's going to drive. Kent Jackson, 3 seconds. They turn it over, and Collins spends a timeout with 1.2 to go. And they don't have any left. Austin Peay just spent a timeout they didn't have. That's a technical foul, and UNF is going to have free throws. Oh my goodness! What a mistake from the freshman Zaire Collins. Austin Peay had just got into overtime, and now UNF a chance to win it at the line. Unbelievable. And now you got to hit the shot. There's still 1.2 seconds on the clock. Wow. Jackson had gone on the drive. They were trying to set up a screen to get it to Oriole. They blocked the drive for Jackson. He tried passing it out to Oriole. It was tipped and stolen. Trapped in a corner. Collins spent the timeout. Austin Peay did not have. That goes as a technical foul. And now it will be Oriole at the line to send shockwaves through the ASUN. Cameron Oriole, a 90% free throw shooter. Hands are up for the first shot. Oriole readies the free throw. No good. Cameron Oriole to take the lead. All eyes on him. It's up. It goes off the rim and in. Got a good hop off the front of the iron. A 1-point Osprey lead with 1.9 seconds to go. Now Austin Peay will try to dial up the miracle. They've got plenty of time to work with. Ja'Cory Robinson will inbound. Robinson hucks it up, and it's up! Austin Peay got it at the buzzer. And the Governors will win. They pass it down the field, down the court, Hail Mary style. It looked like Brookshire who came down with it in a crowd of 4 with 2 Ospreys around him with a floater from 5 feet away. Got it to go before time expired. There might still be time on the clock, though. I looked up at the clock, and it had not hit zeros yet. I think UNF's still going to have some time. UNF has had some heartbreaking defeats this season. This would top them all. 0.4 to go is what they put on the clock. Right here, you got to get it down the floor and enough to just tip it in. Not enough time to catch and shoot. It's not over. It'll be 0.6 seconds. I've seen it. You do actually have enough time to catch and shoot here. The photographer is now getting in Mason Lee's face. Security needs to back him up. Mason Lee, acting as the quarterback, gets it down the court, and it's over. They got it down there, tried getting it to Plummer, I believe. It took a bounce in the lane, and Austin Peay hitting the game-winning shot with 0.6 seconds to go. Comes away with a 1-point win. And that will do it here for our coverage today. UNF came close, but Austin Peay with the miracle bucket to win it. We'll be back next Thursday for more UNF basketball coverage as they'll play host to FGCU. But until then, I'm Noah Schlicksup signing off, saying see you next time here on Action